Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, August 26th. And this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Local health officials say the significant surge of COVID-19 continues across Flagler County. John Arking reports.
Flagler County Health Officer Bob Snyder says the COVID situation is not at all improving locally. In fact, it's getting worse. And speaking on Wednesday, said the time is now to take control of the situation.
Just today, we had 245 cases, which is highest ever. 81 patients in the hospital with COVID, 45 students and 7 teachers with COVID today that generated 1,600 close contacts. The only solution is to get vaccinated. So listen, the FDA gave complete approval for the Pfizer vaccine, so it is time. Enough suffering already, and I'm sure you agree. And no more to hospital stays and worse. So remember, all cases, hospitalizations are preventable. So come on, Flagler County. Let's get the shot.
On average, 212 Floridians a day are dying from COVID-19, with a total death toll nearing 43,000. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
Palm Coast City Council members push for a millage rate a smidge below where it currently stands, but also want to add funding for more deputies. Mayor David Alfin.
I'm looking to decrease the millage rate modestly and increase the number of sheriff's deputies that we can find for in our budget. Those are my two overall requests for the budget, knowing that we have a very short timeline left to manipulate and to move things around.
Councilman Ed Danko echoed the mayor's priorities.
I agree 100% with your comments, and I fully support them. I do believe we need to increase our deputy sheriffs, and I do believe we need to roll back this millage rate a bit. And I think we can find places to cut, and we have an awful lot of new hires that may be a place to start.
The mayor has also asked staff to take a look at county reserves to ensure the city isn't being overly conservative on the fiscal side. It could be the end of an era in Flagler Beach, Karen Johnson explains.
The Flagler Beach City Commission has appointed a committee to study the logistics of either continuing July 4th fireworks or potentially scrapping them in favor of shifting the show to New Year's Eve or embracing both events. Flagler Beach City Manager William Whitson.
And that way we will have all aspects covered and explored, have the basis to move forward on the right approach when it comes to that topic. Basically, they would look at things like cost. They would look at things like security and safety and how the whole process would be organized and run so that we can do a better job in the future when these events, are scheduled and put on the community's to-do list.
The committee has until January 22nd of next year to issue its findings, so it can include data and observations from what may be the city's first New Year's Eve fireworks show in the first minutes of 2022. The city is rethinking July 4th fireworks because some city leaders say Independence Day events have become too big and burdensome for Flagler Beach. But City Manager Whitson says ending the July 4th fireworks is by no means decided. The committee, made up of 5 local residents and several government officials, will carry a lot of weight when it issues its recommendations. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Fees are rising at parks and rec facilities, including the Palm Coast Aquatic Center. Amy Cherry has the story.
Brittany Kershaw is Director of Public Information and Engagement with the City of Palm Coast.
So there's 4 pavilions on the pool deck that are available for reservations. They used to be $15 a day, but as part of the new rate study that the Parks and Recreation Department completed, they're going to raise those $10 a day, so $25 a day for those pavilion rentals.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Can we improve how Flagler County looks if we improve how the railroads look?
Flagler County's Growth Management Director Adam Mengel said that by changing how the crossings look, there could be more room for housing and more openness to the county.
The high bridges that go over the railroad tracks that we have, like the crossing with 100, are more what I think you're going to see, and they handle the traffic better, but they are expensive.
Toby Tobin, the publisher of GoToby.com and the host of Real Estate Matters right here on WNZF, said that the city is looking at 3 possible places to go over the tracks.
The Matanzas Woods is one point, near Hargrove Grade, where Flagler Health Plus Columbus is planning their healthcare campus, and then Whitefield.
Tobin said he couldn't speak for the county, but he did say that the railroad is not the only barrier in the county. He said that 95 and the Intercoastal Waterway are also barriers. Tobin said that Flagler County has several east-west barriers, but no north-south barriers. Tobin and Mengel were on Free for All Friday, the podcast of which you can hear on the Flagler radio app. You can also hear Real Estate Matters on WNZF Saturday mornings, 11 o'clock. Tomorrow, housing prices here are up from last year. How do we get people to move to Flagler County to work at places like MedNex? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.